So welcome to another wargame review from theplayersaid.com. My name's Alexander, and I'm here on my own today. We're taking a look at a solitaire-only game, and we're just going to do a little kind of a short review of what's called Firebase Vietnam. And now it's a little solitaire game. This is the game. And it has like 8 counters. And it came in C3i issue 34. So C3i issue 34 came out came out like 2001, or 2000. Oh, it's 2020. It's what it says on it. Maybe it's. There's been a delay on the last one, so I'm kind of out of whack with it. So 2020 release. It came with a bunch of stuff in here. Big Battle of Curse game from Trevor Bender. Whole bunch of other bits and pieces. But what they included was this entire standalone little kind of solo lunchtime game. And when I say lunchtime game, what I mean is that this is the game. You literally just have this out. This is the little kind of play board. These are the rules. And frankly, once you've played it, you could just cut this in half and just have this if you were so inclined. Like, you can make a tiny little play aid of the little events and the little bronze star medals, but the reality is it's very, very rules-like. There's no rules on the back or anything, just a front cover and then some advertising. So you can have just this, just on your little desk at work, or you whip it out at lunch, or you take it on vacation. It's really easy to carry around with you. And it's a very light, kind of solitaire tower defense style game. And so I wanted to just kind of talk about this because it just came in with the magazine. And and I will say, it is part of the Good to Go series. This is volume 1, and they did have a second volume in the latest C3i number 35, which we'll do in a separate little video, because they're quite different, which I thought was very interesting. So what we'll do is I'll kind of show you how this plays, but basically it's a case of put some guys out, chuck some dice, try to eliminate them. If you don't, you take damage, and there's a little timing mechanic and defensive strength that gets whittled down, and you're trying to eliminate everyone and get your kind of reinforcements and support to come in before you're overrun during the Tet offensive. So that's the kind of the thesis of the game. What I'll do is I'll show you how it works, and then we'll kind of talk about my thoughts on it. So here's a look at the game, and again, it's just the kind of 3 sectors and the rules. And you just kind of play through the game, and what you're going to do is you're just going to chuck some dice, and you're trying to eliminate enough VC to buy yourself time to get your support all the way to 10. If you get your support to 10, you win the game. If your hold, the line, gets to 0, which is your defensive perimeter is broken down, you lose the game. So you're just going to chuck some dice after you assign them to the activities you wish to perform, and you just keep going until you win or lose, basically. The neat part of the game is the closer you get to victory, the more VC squads come out each turn, the harder it is to kind of make that last kind of push to win the game, so to speak. So what you do as the game starts, there's one VC troop on the board, and what you're going to do is you're going to assign dice to each sector that you wish to do. So if you want to assign 2 dice to try and kill this guy and 2 dice to try and call in support, that's what you would do. You only have 4 dice. You can assign dice to help build back defenses that have been destroyed on turn 1. They're at 10, so we're good. So I'm gonna take a risk. I'm going to try to roll 1 die in this sector, because on a 3, 4, 5, or 6, so I've got a 2/3 chance to kill on this guy. And I'm going to roll 3 dice, needing a 5 or a 6, a 1/3 chance on each die to get support. Because again, this is victory. Just if we can make some progress, we're going to try to do that. For every 10 VC squads you eliminate, at the end of the turn, you'll be able to get this little bronze star medal where you can get a bonus of ignoring enemies coming in or killing a bunch of guys. It's little bonuses, so it's a little bit just to help you out because the game's extremely challenging. If you ever roll doubles, if you roll double 1s, 2s, or 3s, extra VC are going to show up. If you roll doubles 4, 5s, or 6s,
you get to kill guys. And if you ever roll a triple, your support goes up 1. So, and you can resolve these in any order you wish. But once you've assigned the dice, that's where they have to stay. And once you start rolling, you can't change any of the assignments. So the first thing we're going to do, we'll try to kill this guy needing a 3+. And we do, which is great. So he is gone, and the eliminated squads goes up 1. And then we're going to try to roll for support. And we failed completely, which is awful. I needed a 5 or a 6 to move it up one space each. So now that we've done that, you kind of resolve your actions like that, and then if there were any VC left, they would attack and they would do damage to the hold the lines basically. So basically, you then go to a next turn because our support is so down here. Only 1 squad shows up each time. So we're going to assign another 1 here and another 3 here. And I think that's what we're going to stick with. So I'm going to roll my Tactical Operations Center support request first. It's also failing. That's not good. And then we're going to try to roll this guy, which I do succeed, and he's going to be dead, which is good. Again, no attack phase, nothing else happens. So next turn, 1 more guy shows up. And so the early part of the game you're going to do is, once you start getting more squads coming in as your support kind of is on its way, you can't commit nearly as many dice. So this is the best roll that you can possibly have for that. So we go 1, 2, 3. But we also roll double 5s, which kills this guy instantly, which is nice. So I don't even have to roll this, but it's nice. You know, I succeeded anyway. So we're on the 3 space, so we're still only having 1 squad join. As soon as we start getting up here, more squads start joining. So 1 squad shows up, and we're going to assign 1 to them, and we're still going to put 3 on the support, because if we can make a big jump and another big jump, it's better than making 1, 1, 1 incrementally, because then it's longer having to fight against some more guys. You want to try and do it decisively. So we're going to try... Well, hey, let's do it this way around again. I got 1, so that's not great. But, you know, we're going towards victory conditions, but now 2 squads are going to show up next turn. And then we're going to roll this to try and eliminate that guy. And I failed. Not good. So now that we've done all of that, the VC is going to attack. Each VC squad that's currently in the outer perimeter attacks the defensive zone. So it's just going to flip here, basically. Okay. So then it's next turn, and at the beginning of next turn, phase 1, we add now 2 squads. So now I've got 3 squads. You can all see, all of a sudden, I can either try to guarantee that I'm going to kill everyone here and have very low support rolls, and then once this starts dwindling, because you'll lose if you get to 0, you then start having to do this, and there's more guys, and it escalates very quickly. So we're going to try to eliminate everyone, which I successfully do, which is nice. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to try to roll for support, which I fail miserably. But we're kind of trying to keep on top of things here. So there's no attack phase. So at the beginning of this next turn, 2 squads are going to show up again. So now we can put 2 here and 2 here. I think that's reasonable. We're going to roll for support first. So I roll a 6 and a 1. The 6 does get us up 1 space, which is nice. I'm going to try to kill these 2 guys. And I rolled a 3 and a 6, so it does kill both of them. 1, 2. And what we're hoping is to try and ping this 10, and they'll start again. But every time you ping 10, you're going to get an added extra bonus, which is going to help you in the course of the game. There's no attack phase because we killed everyone, but 2 new guys show up. So we're going to do the same thing again. We're going to roll our support first, I think. And I rolled another 6, which is nice. We're making it. And we're going to try to kill these guys. And I kill both of them, which was nice. But you can see, it's a very light dice chucker. So we killed 2 guys, 1, 2. So we get to 10, which is nice. What you do is you resolve the attack phase, if there is any. And then at the end of the turn in phase 5, you get this bronze star medal. So for every time you hit 10, it moves back to 0. You get to choose some of these options. You can eliminate all VCs currently in the outer perimeter zone, which if you're overwhelmed is very nice. You can carry out 3 defensive tasks, which is you can move up 3 pips on this hold the line track, which I don't need. You can ignore phase 1 next turn. or you could just increase support by 1. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to ignore phase 1, which is putting guys out. And that's what we're going to do. And there's some rules with here of you can't take the same Bronze Star action twice in a row, and you can only take them like 3 times each and over the course of a game. So we're going to skip the enemy placement phase, and we're just going to put 4 dudes down here to try and win. And I failed horribly. And on top of that, I rolled double 2s, which is add a VC squad in the outer perimeter. So that was like a total failure at every possible level. So I don't resolve, nothing else resolves, but we do have an attack phase, and I do lose one, which is not good. Then we go to the next turn, so 2 more squads show up. So now I've got 3 guys there, and all of a sudden I was feeling good, and now I'm feeling really bad about it. So we're going to roll support, and I failed. And then we're going to roll to eliminate these 3 squads, which I do. 3s and 4s kill them all, but I rolled double 3s, adds a squad back. So I'm going to take another loss in the VC attack phase, but I did kill 3 guys, 1, 2, 3. So you got to remember to go up on that squad, and sometimes I forget that. And then we go to next turn where 2 more guys show up. And so this is what we talk about, where you start getting pinned down with this fire, and you become less able to do the other things that you want to do. So we're going to try to kill these guys first. Nice. So I killed 2 of them with these. 1, 2. But I rolled double 6s, and double 6s eliminates the last one. So even though the 2 was a miss, we still got everyone, which was nice. 1, 2, 3. So we get another guy. And then we're going to roll support. You almost won. Okay, and I failed, which is great. So now 2 more guys are going to show up. So now I'm going to put 2 and 2. And we'll roll my support first. Nice, we got 1. So unfortunately that means now next turn 3 squads are going to show up. We're going to try to eliminate these guys. And I failed to kill them. And I rolled double 2s. So another guy shows up. They then attack doing 1, 2, 3. And all of a sudden, I now need to start committing dice to repairing our defensive lines. But 3 new squads show up, and I can't afford to not throw a bunch of guys there to kill. So this is where this game it spirals if you can't get on top of things. So we're going to try to eliminate as many as we can, because hopefully that'll get us up here, and we can use one of those to maybe eliminate everyone else. That's kind of the goal of what we're trying to do here. Oh, amazing. That's the luckiest roll you'll ever see in this game. So, we killed 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we rolled triples, which means we get support up 1 as well. So that's real nice. I haven't found a ruling of if this counts as a double and a triple, but I'm pretty sure it's just a triple. You get the support, which is nice. Unfortunately, we're going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. So we're 1 pip away from losing it anyway. And so this is the point at which you say, great, 3 dudes are going to show up. 1, 2, 3. And so, do you gamble, knowing that it's very hard to kill all of these guys, but it is possible? Or do I stick 4 dice in here and try to get the last 2 supports and like win at the last point? So, we're going to roll both to see what would happen and what your choices might look like. So I'm going to try to kill everyone, because if I can kill 1 guy, I can then eliminate everyone in this box. I think that's more important. So I'm going to roll 4 dice here, for example. Great. Oh, it's perfect, right? This is exactly what you want. That was an excellent choice based on a lucky roll. So I kill 3 guys. 1, 2, 3. We go up 1, 2, 3. And on top of that, because, well, no, we're going to die. We're going to lose. Poop. Because you do the rewards at the end. That's very unfortunate. But I rolled triples, so this does go up to 9. But unfortunately, they attack first. I lose the game. Then you would get the Bronze Star medals, which means I could eliminate everyone. but that triggers afterwards in phase 5. So unfortunately I lost. I was very close to winning though. That's the closest I've ever come, if I'm honest with it. But that's the game. It's very light. It's chucking dice. You know, you assign some things, what you want to do, try to chuck some dice. It's a very light game. You just set this up, play it over a lunch break or a break at work, that kind of thing. So what we'll do is we'll wrap up with a few final thoughts.
So that was a look at how it works. Like I said, it doesn't pretend to be an extremely complicated game. And what I would say is that you're probably not going to go out and buy C3i to get this. But if you buy C3i anyway, or you're buying it for the Curse game, for example, you just get this as an added free bonus, basically. Like, this is just something extra that you have that, with a little bit of serendipity, you're like, yeah, this was a cool added bonus. Like, this is a great addition to this magazine. C3i is great because it has excellent content anyway. You usually get errata or different alternate scenarios or added extras for games you already have. And then you also get a big game and you get a magazine. Well, now you get an extra little small game. You know, doesn't cost them all that much to kind of produce this because it's just a piece of card and 8 counters. But I think this is a really excellent addition to C3i. This one is quite a simple game. I mean, it really takes 10 to 15 minutes at most. It's very difficult because it escalates. If you put one guy out, you eliminate them, get some support. But the more support you get on that track, the more guys come at you. And so you dedicate more resources to attacking those guys, and as such, have no resources dedicated to calling more support. And so it escalates very quickly. It's very difficult to beat this game, but it's kind of what you want in a little fun dice masher. Again, you're on your little lunch break, or you just got a couple extra minutes, chuck some dice, have a fun little story, put a soundtrack on, and you got yourself a tiny little solitaire Vietnam game. Again, it's not going to blow anyone's socks off in any meaningful way. It's not particularly deep or massively rich, but it's just a fun little dice chucker. Put some counters out, tells a fun story, and again, you basically paid nothing for this. It just came free as an added extra in the magazine you already have. So kudos to the designer Pascal Tupi, and I had a blast playing this. What I will tell you is spoiler alert for an upcoming review, the Roma Disaster at Teutoburg, which was in the latest C3i, was a little bit more meaty, very, very enjoyable, and a really good step up in this series. So, anyway, quick little look at Firebase Vietnam. You know, if you haven't played it, like, this sat on my shelf for about a year and a half. I've read the C3i, done a lot of stuff with it, but I'd never gotten around to doing it. I've seen a couple of people playing it online and just thought, oh, I've just never done it. Thought I'd dig it out, and, you know, had some light fun with it. Again, it doesn't pretend to be anything that it isn't. So check it out if you're interested. I appreciate you tuning in. I've been Alexander from theplayersaid.com.